in this game, every second counts. From first down to fourth down, and every play in between, turning mere seconds into monumental moments.
And now it's a total scramble, emergency mode for the unbeaten horse.
And not just the moments in season, but also in practices, the locker rooms, recruiting sagas, all the hard work it takes to get to moments like this.
Hendon Hooker can't take a sack. Double clutches, throws. It is caught. Do they get the timeout?
Or this one.
And he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
And not just the moments of today, but of yesterday.
4th and 5, the national championship on the line right here. To the corner, he's got it.
And of the next generation. And with just 6 million seconds left until the first kickoff, the first touchdown, the first win, there's only one question. Are you ready for moments like this? Or this?
With the first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama.
If you are, then join us here in the Doghouse. Not these dogs. We're the next innovation of sports journalism. We're not here for the clickbaits, the advertisements, the likes, the bullcrap. We're here for the game, the moments for your conference, your team, your traditions, your Tigers, your Trojans, your Volunteers, your Bulldogs, your Horned Frogs, underdogs, and everything in between. But more importantly, we're here for the moments, every last second.
For the win, TCU is undefeated. On the way, a knuckleball. There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football.
Because deep down, from the fans to the field, we've all got that dog in us. College football dogs. By the fans, for the fans. You in?
Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Second to None. I'm your host, Michael, and I'm gathered by all of my co-hosts right here. Guys, how you, Indy, starting with you, how you doing today?
Been doing good. My week's been going really good, just hanging out, waiting for some college football.
I heard that.
Didn't your kid win a championship? Show off that ring, bro.
Oh,
Show it off,
bro. That's big.
This right
That's
here.
huge, man.
Woo,
I got that. Welcome. Well, hey, good deal, man. Congrats.
That's nice,
Yeah.
bro.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. That
Thank
is
you.
good, bro. It is.
Think about your kids, bro.
I would. That's big time right there, bro. I'd
Yeah,
be like, look, don't talk to me.
That's what it's all about,
All
man.
right.
Winning that
So-
bling.
I know, right? There you go.
There
That's
you go.
better right there.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And I love the background. I'm
Love it
loving
too.
the Missouri background.
Thank you. Yeah, we moved a couple of weeks ago, so finally got a little bit up here. So got a little show up what's going on.
Got a
Yeah,
little
dude.
something going on up in the room.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah, no
Dustin,
big
how you
deal.
doing? How you doing, Dustin?
Man, I'm doing great. Yesterday we celebrated my youngest boy's third birthday. So big things happening in August. They're just getting older. It's making me older. It's sad to see too.
Time goes
But
by
yeah,
fast.
yeah, man, I'm doing great, bro. Doing great. Everything's awesome.
That's good, man.
all
Happy
in, for
birthday
sure.
to him, dude, for real.
Thank you.
Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm about to start my 28th year in education next week when school opens up. So,
Hey,
Yeah, that's
congrats,
great.
man. That's huge.
yep, it is going to start T-dropping next year. But
That is good.
I am
Yeah,
officially
dude.
declaring this week Backward Pass Awareness Week, and this is my sign for that. Backward Pass Awareness Week.
That is okay with me.
I love it, man.
Matt,
Hey, congrats. That is a huge. That is 28 years in education. That is a huge milestone. So congratulations, really. That's big, man. That's huge.
I'm
Hey,
running.
what year did you get started?
I got started in the fall of '96. Was my first
Oh,
year.
wow. Okay.
And I'm writing a book. It's called "You Can't Make This Stuff Up." And so when I retired, I published that bad boy.
That's awesome,
Nice,
bro.
man.
Can't make this
That's
up.
awesome.
That is, bro.
Excellent.
Matt, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Hey, man, you're a Kentucky fan, dude. You got to be more excited about that, dude. You can't let.
Oh, I'm
Doing good.
Hey, you
I'm
can't
doing
let a
all
Missouri,
right.
hey, you can't let a Missouri guy be more excited about life than you.
Hey, life don't get any better.
I heard that.
There
That's
you go.
better. So me and my wife, we thanks guys. I'm so glad you guys are with me. So this week, my wife and I, we started our D-Herb detox. So
Oh,
for the
nice.
next, so this is day 6. So for 20 days, you can't eat any fish, any meat, anything. All you can
Well, how are
eat
you
is
feeling?
all you can eat is vegetables and fruit. That's it. And water. And you have to take. You ready for this?
Yeah.
You got to take 30 pills a day.
Forget that, bro. What happened to old-fashioned just working out? What
Hey,
happened
well,
to that?
You see, see, here's the thing though. It does something for your body, bro, and it really helps you to really kickstart. Because don't get me wrong, like I said in the video that I posted with my wife, I said, yes, that's exactly what a lot of people are going to say. Just work out. Well, I am working out, but with the pills and stuff, it's helping me to really just take out all the sandwich meats and the hamburgers and the chickens and just all of it. So you can't eat any animal. So basically, it's just it's like a plant base. So every 2 hours we take 5 pills, and then at the end of the night, right before we go to bed, we take a little half teaspoon or tablespoon or whatever it is of chocolate, just to help continue to cleanse us out. It doesn't make you go to the bathroom every 5 seconds. You can still live a normal life. You don't have to go anywhere. I think the hardest part is some days it's just actually just trying to figure out just like what to eat, because you can only eat so much spinach, but nothing can be cooked. You can't cook anything.
Oh gosh.
I got a question.
Do you have energy?
Look at me, bro. I'm hyped, dude. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Hey,
All right. Okay.
If you're taking charcoal, does that mean you have to stay away from open flames? Don't want to catch on fire, man. We need you.
Well, remember, if you for taking this, you can't cook any food. So we haven't turned our stove on unless it's for my daughter and she can cook her own food or whatever. But as far as us, we go to the store, buy a lot of fruit, have smoothies, and so so that's what we spending all our money on and everything. So so that's what I'm doing for the next 14. We got 14 days to go.
Better you than me, my friend. Better you than me.
Yep. Good luck.
Hey, my wife brought some chicken the other day. She was gonna fix my daughter and my son like a taco or something like that, and she brought the chicken in, and it smelled so good, guys. So good.
Man, I would die. I would die without any kind of chicken. Chicken is pretty much my diet. I eat burger every now and again, but chicken is like that's my diet.
I miss it so much. I really do. So that's what I'm up to. And Vandy Chris, what's going on, man?
There's Chris. Oh, can't hear you.
Oh, we can
go ahead and mute him. Go ahead and mute him.
Yeah. Hey, just because you come on not prepared, you're gonna get muted. Okay.
He's already muted though.
Go ahead and mute him.
We can say whatever you want to now.
You can say whatever you want to. So I'm not really sure. So I think because let me see who is this right here. The mouth. Oh, this item must be Kenny. Let me
Oh
see.
goodness.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's him right here.
Oh yeah, there he is.
You know what? So I didn't know how many people
Hey.
was actually. Kenny, what's
Typical-
going on?
Typical Auburn fan, late as usual.
No. There's an issue, and Chris will tell you. For some odd reason, the only thing that I can hear on is StreamYard. Anything else, gone. Like literally gone. No Facebook, no phone, no nothing. It's just StreamYard. Y'all figure it out. We've been spending like the last 20, 30 minutes trying to figure out my crap.
Hey, hold on for a second, Kent. Hey,
Shut up.
Mike, did you have something to show?
I thought you already did, but here, it's back. Back
I'm glad you hate Auburn, Mike.
week.
I'm glad you hate it, buddy. I hate Arkansas.
Yeah.
I only
Kenny,
hate Arkansas because of you.
Kenny, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, bro.
That's good. Good to have you here, man. It is. So I wasn't sure how many people was going to come over here, and I've been kind of wavering. What if I was going to do the fun segment tonight? So
Let's do it.
So I think I'm going to do it. But first, before we do anything, we are going to. Man, I'm so happy to have you guys here. If you're watching, thank you so much. It's really good that you guys are really, really here. Thank you so much. Before we actually do that, we are going to. Dustin, what do you have for us in the news section?
All right, so I was hoping that Kenny was going to be in here for this segment. So, hey, there you are, Chris. We can hear you now, buddy. So I was really hoping that Kenny was going to be in this segment. So the Auburn president, he announced that we can. That I guess if you're an Auburn fan, you can start rolling the oak tree again. Remember when Harvey Updike, he served 6 months in jail because he poisoned the trees back in 2011? Well, apparently they're healthy and you can toilet paper them now again. So I guess go ahead, break the law, do what you need to do down there in Auburn. Another thing, Ohio State AD Gene Smith, he's going to retire after this season. I heard that earlier in the week. Greg Sankey, he come out. He was saying that we don't have to be in 4 time zones to be relevant. So that's a shot at the Big Ten. So take that, Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is Texas A&M. They will discontinue their 12th man fund because of the IRS. They decided to come in and said, "Hey, you have to fundraise other ways." So what that means, I'm not sure, but they are discontinuing the 12th man.
So to bounce on that a little bit, the 12th man is their NIL fund.
Mm-hmm.
And the IRS came in and said, no, you're doing pay for play. Mm-hmm. Now, guess what? That's going to branch out other places.
Mm-hmm.
And when they come after Spire Sports and they show that Tennessee's doing pay for play, I don't want to hear anybody crying because that's exactly what's going on.
Oh,
hey,
hold on.
My name's
Here's why A&M is now getting called for that. It's because Texas is coming in the SEC, and so the Texas guy is going after A&M because that's their big in-state rival.
Right.
That's why, right there.
Yep.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
And make no mistake, A&M is going to rat out anybody else that's doing it.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I mean,
I'm sure of that. For real. So appreciate that, Dustin. Always.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else got any news they need to break for the week too?
The University of Miami Hurricanes are in some trouble with the IRS as well for doing pay for play.
I saw that.
I'm pretty sure there's other schools just ain't been mentioned yet.
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be more that comes out. A little bit in the weeks to come. So I'm excited to see, or maybe we may not be excited to see who it is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I got something. Why don't we talk about Georgia? I mean, I noticed the Georgia man, he has an air conditioning problem. I understand that, but how many players have got to get arrested for DUI before something happens to Georgia? I just want to know.
The problem with that is it's not an NCAA violation to get a DUI or
to catch a charge is not a violation of your scholarship.
No,
that's crazy.
That is a personal issue.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, when's Kirby Smart going to do something about it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
When he does,
because it looks really bad on the program. Just saying.
when he doesn't have enough players to field a team because they're all in jail or serving time for DUI and reckless driving.
To me, it almost seems like Georgia. Kirby Smart. He's kind of losing control of that Georgia program. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong about that, but that's just kind of the feel of the program right now. That's outside looking in.
I completely agree with you on that, Dustin.
That's a crazy. Yeah,
I completely agree.
So, I have some news.
Hold on, Chris. Chris, hold on. What's up, Mike?
Brett Bielema said it and summed it up great when he said, "You recruit your problems."
Yeah.
I don't agree any more than that.
Yep. And I agree with that. James Franklin recruited problems at Vanderbilt. He brought some guys in here that should have never been on campus at Vanderbilt. And they turned out to be a major problem, and 4 of them went to prison for it. So
that's true.
It is what it is.
This might hurt Georgia's chances of winning a three-peat. Not having the right combination of players.
Well, make no mistake about it, Georgia's the most talented team in the SEC.
Absolutely.
Bar none.
They could take a 5-star and say, "Hold on for a second," and pull 3 more right off the bench in the same position.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep. But I have some news.
Okay.
We have somebody on this program that has guaranteed that Peyton Thorne is the next coming of Johnny Unitas.
Here we go. I'm trying to avoid this.
I need to hear from the Auburn fan. What's going on down there? Auburn, I thought Peyton Thorne was your guy. I'm being told that the true freshman, Giraldi or whatever his name is going to be.
You're talking about Holden. Pronounce his name right. Put some respect on that first, Chris.
I'm hearing he's going to be your starter. What happened?
See, let me tell you something. I love Hugh Freeze because they're feeding you bull. They're feeding you bull. I can't say the second word. Okay, but so now you wanted to bring this up. I tried to stay away from Vanderbilt, and I tried not to do this till the beginning of the season. But since you want to bring up Auburn's quarterback situation, let's bring up your trash talking players that talking about y'all got the best 2-punch running back in the SEC. Well, here's the question I got from Vanderbilt.
Nobody at Vanderbilt said that.
No, but I'm just saying I'm not going to say the school because I don't want to make nobody mad on here. There's a school that said they had the best 2-punch. My question.
Hey, we're going to save this question for another day because this is one of them topics that will go on for a long time. And I'm trying to make sure that my Wi-Fi doesn't go out because we're going through a bad storm. Hey, and I want to be with you guys. So since we do have since we do have a few guys, I was kind of hoping more was on, but we'll go with the crew that we got. So if this doesn't work, then hey, blame me if you're watching, and this is corny, you can blame me. This right here was my idea. Everybody else told me don't do it, so I went ahead and did it without the advice of the other people, of my other hosts. So this is what we're gonna do, guys, just to have some fun. Nothing going on in college football. So I like conversations, and I like hearing from you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do just a couple of questions. Would you rather?
Oh,
okay.
Would
you rather? All right. Okay,
let's go.
So here we go. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start slow with it. Okay. This is the first one right here. Starting with you, Indy. Would you rather have unlimited pizza for life or unlimited tacos for life?
Oh gosh.
Well, the good thing is I'm from Texas. Tacos. Let's go.
Tacos. Okay. Chris.
Give me pizza.
Dustin.
Oh man. Give me pizza because there's unlimited things you can do with pizza.
It is.
Yes,
well, I mean, it's a lot of things you do with tacos too.
That's true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah. Mike.
Tacos.
You got a good taco place you eat at home?
Taco Bell.
So Michael's talking about storms over here. Just to let you know, if you hear some background noise of thunder, I'm getting the real storms. Michael's getting the kindergarten stuff.
Yeah, I hope mine passed over. Yeah, Mike, what was you saying?
I'm wondering when Taco Bell is going to have one of those real authentic and Mexican food. Their main marquee, like other Mexican food places have. That's what I'm waiting for.
Taco Bell should be a 5-star restaurant.
I agree.
I agree with this.
He said, "I
I'm
agree."
getting that motion.
Matt, what
I
you
don't know
got?
about that one.
You got pizza or tacos? Matt,
I'd have to go with pizza.
me too. I think I had to go with pizza too. Kenny, what you got, man? Pizza or
Look,
tacos for the rest of your life?
I got to go with pizza because we got the best pizza place in Auburn, so it doesn't even matter. If you ain't never ate at Mr. Getty's and you ain't never had pizza.
Mr. Gaddy's.
Mr. Gaddy's.
What?
You think Auburn's got the best food anywhere?
Auburn's got the best pizza place around.
You
in the
think
whole
they got
Southeast.
the best fans?
Yeah, come down and we do. We're not going to discuss that, Matt.
Okay. All right. So let me see what one I got. All right. The next one is appreciate that, guys. Once again, this is all on me. If it's horrible and corny, blame me. My fault. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Would you rather kiss everyone you know or never kiss your wife again?
Oh, that's bull crap.
Hey, I'm gonna start with you, Kenny. Would you rather kiss
No,
everyone?
I ain't answering that first. I ain't answering that first.
No. Would you rather meet everyone that you meet, or would you rather never kiss your wife again? Come on, give me something.
Well, I think. Hold on. What'd you say, Matt?
I would love for your wife to answer that.
Oh, I mean, I can go get it.
No. So what do you got?
No.
Come on, give me
down there in
something.
Alabama, everybody that they know would be their cousin. So
that's kind of hard because I can't say that we're live. I'm gonna be good today.
You know what? Hey, I just asked right now. Is that too personal for people? Because it's so.
No.
Okay.
I would have to say. I would have to say I'm in the middle because I sure ain't kissing Chris because he's mighty ugly, and so is Dustin. So that's a hard one.
Matt, kiss everyone you meet or never kiss your spouse again?
I decline that answer.
Okay. You know what? Is everybody going to decline? Because I can go to the next question.
No, I'll answer it.
I'll answer it.
Oh, okay, go, Mike.
I'd rather kiss everybody I meet than not kiss my wife ever again.
I heard that.
Yeah,
because hey, if you go to Europe,
exactly.
if you go overseas, everybody kiss cheek to cheek. So that's normal for them. Dustin, what about you? You kissing everybody?
Man, listen. There are some nasty people out there, so it's not. I'm not going to kiss everybody that I meet. Look. I'm not going to kiss my wife again because I can do other things with my wife. So.
Okay.
Hey! This is a family friendly program.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
I'm being honest. I got you. Yeah.
Oh man.
What about you, Indy?
Well,
all these people got to think about it. This is scary, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of sweating on this one, but I guess I guess I'm gonna kiss everybody as long as I don't have to kiss all you guys. That's fine.
Okay.
No, we included in this everybody.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We hope to,
not on the mouth. Not on the mouth.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Chris, what about you?
So I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna go without kissing my wife again.
Say it's not happening, huh?
I'm telling you, I'm not locking lips with Kenny down here, and I'm not licking lips with Beard Face over here. No, I'm just not doing it.
Okay. I'm saying you kiss him on the lips.
It's open for interpretation.
Oh God!
There you go.
Hang on, Matt or Michael. What's your answer?
Oh,
you're the one who asked this.
Hey, I'm never kissing my wife again.
So I met your wife. I don't know if I'd have said that answer.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've met her too, and she'd probably thump him upside the head if she heard him say that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's funny. Oh, okay. Next one is: would you rather sit next to two passengers arguing on a plane or sit next to a crying infant?
I would much rather sit next to arguing passengers. I can just put my earbuds in for that.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the crying baby. I'm like, help that child.
Hey, but you got to be in the middle, though.
Oh, I just tell them to shut the hell up.
I just sit next to the crying infant. You put earbuds in and cancel them out.
I got you. What about you, Matt?
I'll sit between two arguing people.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
I've had that crying infant baby, so I sympathize with them. But I would sit with arguing adults so I could egg it on and make fun of both of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Mike for you.
Yep.
Chris?
I'm sitting between the two passengers arguing.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Indy?
I guess the baby. I like the baby.
Okay. You got a lot of patience.
Oh yeah, I've got 4 kids, man. Let's go.
There you go. See,
Look, I've got 2.
Yeah,
I got 2.
1.
I understand what it's like to have a crying child on an airplane. It sucks.
I know this is a family-friendly program, but FTK.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, FTK. If you know, you know.
Let's see. Would you rather get a paper cut between your fingers every time you touch paper, or would you rather bite your tongue every time you eat?
Oh no!
Oh,
that's
I'll go first. I'll take the paper cut. I ain't biting my tongue. No.
I hear it between the fingers. Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I'll take the paper.
Yeah, same here. So here's you a little story. So whenever I was about 10 years old, I was riding my bike, and I flipped over my handlebars, and I bit through my tongue, and I almost bit the tip of it off. That was the most painful thing that I've ever felt in my life. So give me the paper cut every time.
Yeah,
I agree.
So I have a theory on this answer.
Okay.
I'm taking the paper cut every time I touch paper because you know what? I can avoid touching paper.
I guess so. What about you, Indy?
That was exactly what I was going to say. I'll just do everything on the computer. And if, I got to do some paperwork, I got my wife.
Yep.
You won't for.
Matt, did you answer?
No, I will just say I'll take the paper cut.
I think I'll take the paper cut too, because you bite your tongue, it's
sucks.
on a different level. It is, man. You could put something on your finger. So the last one, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to put this one. I wasn't sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it up on the screen. And I want to start with you, Dustin, okay, for this one, okay?
Okay.
Would you rather end world hunger or stop crime all over the United States?
Oh,
this is hard, man. This is hard because both are such like horrible issues right now.
Yeah.
Man, look, I guess give me the end world hunger, because there's a lot of starving children out there, man. And if I could end that, then I feel like that would just be amazing if I could end world hunger.
That would be good. I think I would choose that one too. What about you, Matt? Which one you choosing? World hunger or stopping the crime in the United States?
End world hunger.
Kenny?
Straight to the point.
Yeah, I'm taking world hunger. I'm taking world hunger because it let all these crazy adults just keep killing each other. If anybody, a prime example, if anybody ain't seen the TikTok, YouTube, whatever about Montgomery, Alabama, that's a prime example why I would just say end world hunger.
Yeah, that's true. Indy, what about you?
Oh, boy. Everybody's going against it, but I'm going to stop the crime because I like peace, and I think that's great.
Okay, that's cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I tell you what,
There's nothing wrong with that.
When I go to like my Middle Eastern countries to go work and everything like that, I tell you, like, I hardly ever lock my door. Like I don't if I leave my keys, I never took my keys to my car upstairs with me. Like never. I always left my keys in the car. If I thought I didn't lock my door when I went to work in the morning, or whatever, it doesn't matter. So definitely that's pretty close to me too as well. Chris, world hungry or you stopping crime?
So I got to get a little bit deep on this one. So if you stop world hunger, you're solving all the world's problems, right? And that means you're the Antichrist, because the Antichrist is the only one that does that in the end times.
Okay,
I am not the Antichrist. I'm stopping the crime in the United States, because I am not the Antichrist.
I got you. That's a good point. And ending with you, Mike.
I got to disagree with Chris. I think solving world hunger. I would rather do that, but I believe there are other problems in the world people will come up with besides I'm hungry. They'll move on to something else.
I'm sure they would. So, well, guys, that's the questions that I wanted to have today. I wanted to have some fun with you guys just to kind of see where just a bonding moment and just kind of just having a little fun. So, once again, if this right here was boring or if it was silly,
I thought it was fun.
No one on this podcast or video thought of this. It was my idea, so blame me. Okay, thank you. So,
I love it.
Before we actually get into our next topic, Chris, why don't you tell us about a little coffee, man?
Man, speaking of coffee, I had some Bones Coffee High Voltage this morning.
Ooh.
Made that. So I got double caffeine in it from Bones Coffee. I threw a little bit of hazelnut creamer in it, some sugar, and a little splash of milk. I'm telling you that sweet coffee with the double shot of caffeine in it, it's the best you'll ever put in your mouth. And I'm telling you what, if you haven't got yourself some Bones Coffee yet, use that promo code down there at the bottom of the screen, Dog Bones, and get you 10% off. And go get you some Bones Coffee. That strawberry shortcake is fantastic. The maple bacon is fantastic. The French vanilla is fantastic. And if you're lacking energy, that high voltage will shoot you up that tree quick.
Hey, well, I can't take
Brandy.
Yeah, I can't take anything, but until 14 more days from now. So I might have
to be miserable.
He said I'll be miserable. So I think Chris, he saw my little video because he mentioned something about staying next to the bathroom. But it really don't. I mean, hey, let me tell you something. One more thing about this, and I'm not even like advertising for D Herbs or whatever, but you get to the point where it's working on you so good, your poop don't even stink, dude, at all.
Family friendly, Michael. Family friendly.
I'm sorry. Hey, I just had to put that out there because now I can sit in the bathroom in peace. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that.
Lord help us.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're gonna go to this. We also have a commercial for our Bones Coffee commercial.
What's the difference between these two identical cups of coffee? Everything. Everything. Boring, basic coffee is leaving you dead inside. Thank the Dark Lord, there's Bones Coffee. Small batch, full-bodied coffee infused with the most mind-melting flavors in the world. Or underworld.
Oh, I've had flavored coffee
before.
before.
I've had coffee before. You haven't had Welcome to the highly caffeinated, slightly wicked, and immortally delicious world of Bones.
All right, welcome back. So don't forget to get your Bones Coffee promo code somewhere. It's like down here. Kenny's like all over it. But you can get 10% off for that. So now we're going to do the our next one.
So quick timeout, Mike.
Okay.
Quick timeout. I just wanted to congratulate Kenny.
Yeah.
The big Auburn fan. My understanding is that yesterday the Auburn bass fishing team won the national championship, and I just wanted to throw this out there for you. Congratulations, sir.
Hold on. It's better than bragging about freaking bowling. Need I say anything? Don't need to call nobody out.
Easy.
At least, it's better than bowling.
My bowling team will run
No. Mom always said the guilty dog barks first.
Hey, I'm just telling you, my bowling
I'm just saying, bass fishing is way better than bowling, buddy.
Hey, but maybe maybe Chris was really being sincere and really giving you guys a congratulations.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. You didn't see the personal. You didn't see the personal text I got when I shared that yesterday from him. So I know where he was going with. That's why I was ready for the bowling.
Ken, let me just say, my bowling team will run stairs at the stadium 10 times more than what your bass fishing team does.
Hey, it's okay though. Bass fishing is more popular than bowling.
No, it's not. You're great.
Yes, it is. Man, I know plenty of people that go bass fishing. I hardly know. Well, I know a lot of people that bowl too, though. So.
You need to get out more.
I do.
So, All right. Well, thanks, Chris, for
Yeah.
making that a word that Auburn won the bet. Now, who all? Okay, sure. So our next topic that we're going to go into is we're going to get into the what is actually I'm sorry, not that one. Sorry about that. Right
wait
here.
on that.
Which team was best but never won a natty? Mike, what do you have to say about that? This is our main topic for today.
Oh, can I start it?
Was it the 19 LSU team that beat Alabama in the regular season and then lost the national championship game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I would probably say that team.
Pretty good. I know Dustin had a lot of them too as well. He was able to pull it up.
There are a lot out there. You say that. You say the undefeated team that Tommy Bowden had at Auburn. That was a good team.
2004.
I know Chris brought up the 97 Razorbacks that allowed Tennessee to win the national championship. So, but I would go with that LSU team.
Okay. 2011 LSU.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Chris, who you got?
So I've actually got three of them.
Okay.
2011 LSU. I feel they were cheated out of it because Alabama had no place being in the BCS. They didn't even win their division. They shouldn't have been there. So that's my number one. My number two is 98 Arkansas. If Clint Sterner doesn't fumble, Arkansas beats Tennessee and they go on to win the national title. But he fumbled. Tennessee wins the game. Arkansas had nothing else to play for that year. They ended up losing the second game. I believe if they don't fumble that ball away, they win that game. They go on to win the Natty. And my third one is not in the SEC. It's going to be the 2009 Boise State, first team to ever go 14-0. Any team with another name on their jersey would have been voted national champions.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris, it's something about the Razorback team you spoke of in our earlier discussion about the DUI in Georgia. Our kicker was suspended for the Mississippi State game because of the DUI.
Oh, wow.
That was a major reason we lost that.
Oh, wow. That's a big difference, man. I asked a question a couple of days ago, like, how much confidence do you have in your kicker? And, like, I think people sometimes forget that wow, the kickers are off doing their own little kicker thing. Those guys can really be the difference. I mean, just look at Alabama. Just look at the Alabama and Tennessee game, last year. That kicker was everything.
Mm-hmm.
Chase McGrath will never have to buy another beer in Knoxville ever again.
Ever, huh?
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is look back to 2013. That's all you gotta do if you want to talk about Alabama kickers. They've sucked for years.
Well, Alabama kickers, it's kind of like their kryptonite. They've never really been known for great kickers.
But if you remember, though, Florida State was the same way back in the 80s and 90s.
And they played Miami?
They were known as wide right, wide left U.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But once they finally got a good kicker, they finally won the national title. They got into the national championship with Tennessee in 98.
Yeah.
99. Well, it was a 98 season, though.
Yeah.
But I think one of the star players for Florida State that year was Sebastian Janikowski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy could kick the ball, man.
So I'm going with the best team to never win a natty. I'm going with 05 USC. That team was freaking loaded. They got beat by Texas, man. They had Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Dwayne Jarrett. That team was loaded, and that team was averaging about 50 points per game.
Yeah,
and they got beat. I believe it was 41-38 there in the national championship against Texas. So that's my opinion on the best team to never win a natty.
But didn't that same team win the natty in 04?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which now that was brought up, now here where I go with this. In 2004, USC wouldn't have won it if they would have put the better team in the national championship to play them. How do you take an undefeated SEC team and not put them in? Just asking. You're correct. 2004 Auburn, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown, and all of them should have made the national championship before Oklahoma. Man, would have beat up USC. Everybody would have rather seen Auburn and USC with dynamic running back duos than Oklahoma going in there with a loss. How do you not put an undefeated SEC team in? That's bull.
That's a fair argument, but I don't know that Auburn was good enough to have beaten that USC team.
Maybe we wouldn't have beat them, but we wouldn't have got blown out.
Let me finish. I don't know that Auburn could have kept up on the scoreboard. That's all I'm saying. That team was so loaded. I don't think a ground and pound game would have kept up offensively.
Okay, it would have been a better game than Oklahoma. Case closed. There's no argument that.
That's true.
Let's talk about this topic. Would you rather today have the BCS or would you rather have the committee?
I'll start this off. I'd rather go back to the BCS because now I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I've got an article coming out. Me and Matt's writing an article about this on College Football Dogs. Pretty much, you're starting 12 teams going in next year to play in the playoffs. And I'm going on record to tell you every year you're going to have 4 more SEC teams. So all you're doing is making the SEC more dominant. Let's go back to the BCS and let's fight it out.
Mike, what is your opinion on BCS or committee?
That's terrible. No, you have the playoff. You have the committee with the playoff.
That don't know crap, Mike? They don't know crap.
Don't you think that's? I mean, if they have the playoff, don't you think that's more interesting and a lot more exciting for college football?
Let me ask you this. Let's talk about the committee, and I can do this because he's not on this chat today. Who in their right mind takes TCU and puts them in? Granted, yes, they were undefeated. They played nobody. Yeah, shut up, Chris. Shut up. I'm just saying, it's not only you keep giving these little schools chances, and you know they don't stand a chance against nobody in the SEC. I hate to say this, but Vanderbilt could have beat TCU. They're on the weak Vanderbilt.
Man, please get out of here with that, man.
I don't.
The weaker conference SEC teams can beat all them crappy no-name schools out west,
Man,
TCU, all that crap.
You're crazy.
I'll bet you.
You're crazy.
You got to look at the strength. You got to look at the strength of schedule that the low-tier SEC teams play.
Okay, time out.
You beat somebody to get in that championship game.
TCU earned the right to be there.
Man, bull. I disagree. They should have never made it in.
Okay, I'm going to take your argument. If you go undefeated, you belong in the playoffs, right?
Auburn, yeah, we play in the SEC.
Stop. Your argument is if you go undefeated, you should have been in the playoffs.
My argument was if you're undefeated in the SEC, we have the toughest conference, hands down. There's not another. Why do you think every other conference is trying to grow?
So
they're trying to get to us. We are the standard. They are not. Okay, they're trying to get to us.
So hear me out. Would you rather have an Alabama that leaves the state 2 times out of 12 games and has a home field advantage in every single game they play, or a team that has to travel 2 time zones to play at Hawaii, return back to Boise, Idaho, travel 3 time zones to go play on the East Coast, back to Boise, Idaho, and then travel another 2 time zones away for another game, and they play every single day of the week and go undefeated, or a team that sits in their own backyard playing those games? That travel has an effect, and I don't care what you say, jet lag.
Okay, it does.
Jet lag. I'm going to take this team that's jet lag.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Chris. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Push Alabama aside because I know that's what you're talking about last year. So you mean to tell me right now that you're saying an undefeated TCU team last year
deserved to be in the playoffs?
Hold on, let me finish. No, let me finish. You decided an undefeated TCU team last year is better than a 1-loss Alabama, a 1-loss Michigan, a 1-loss Ohio State. You're freaking crazy.
Yes.
You're slap out crazy.
They earned.
What's up, Mike?
Be there.
You're crazy, Chris.
All right, time out. Mike, go.
What do you think TCU earned the right to play the national championship? If you had a test, would have only 2 teams selected by computer playing the national championship, where your beloved Auburn got left out. If you opened up a 12-team playoff, that's the most fair thing to do.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mike, what if we done this? What if we had the BCS system, but we had a 12-team playoff? So the BCS calculated the best 12 teams, but all those teams then would get to play against each other.
That would work. Then I just don't agree with the committee thing.
How about a third option?
All right.
How about, since everybody wants to do realignment, let's do realignment. I would say there's probably about 40 schools right now that do not belong in FBS football.
Okay.
Easily. So you limit FBS football to 96 teams.
Okay.
You reset those 96 teams every 4 years. You factor in attendance, you factor in graduation rates, and you factor in overall records. You keep the best 96.
I mean, that could possibly work, but I mean,
okay. And then you divide those 96 teams out into 8 different conferences based on regionality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those 8 conferences would have 12 teams each, right?
Okay.
Okay, you divide those 12 teams into 2 divisions. It's not complicated. So,
but who would decide those 96 teams though?
You would still have to have a committee or something. You don't need a committee.
Again, it's based on overall record, graduation rates, and attendance figures.
Okay.
That's how the top 96 are set. Okay. Then you divide those up into the 8 conferences based on regionality. Each conference has 2 divisions with 6 teams. Now you have the perfect setup for either an 8-team playoff or a 16-team playoff. Mm-hmm. And the only way you get into this playoff is you win your division for a 16 team, and the first round is your conference championship. And then you have 8 teams that are nothing but conference champions in the playoffs. Period.
I mean, isn't that what they're trying to accomplish anyway, though? Right? I mean, is all the conference champions have an automatic bid, like automatic bye?
Yeah, but
that's what they're trying to accomplish anyway.
But
can I ask a question?
With the 12 team, you're still basing it off of a popularity contest.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
But doesn't if you're basing it on a popularity contest, doesn't the Sun Belt automatically get a bid just like an SEC team? Correct?
Okay,
yes.
So you got 8 conferences, you got 8 automatic bids. You still got 4 teams that are getting in this playoff based on popularity.
They're going by Power 5 though. It's Power 5.
Yeah. So let me ask this question. You're sold on a committee, so I'm going to ask, and maybe I shouldn't mention her name, but I really don't even care. So you explain to me one thing, Chris and Mike.
I'm not basing it on a committee.
No, y'all want a committee. Let me ask you this question.
I'm not.
One of the people on this committee, are you ready for this? It's Condoleezza Rice. She knows jack diddly crap about football. Why do you have people on this committee that do not know jack diddly crap about football? Bullshit.
But she does.
That's why she said a 3-loss Oklahoma team needed to be in the playoffs. You're crazy, Chris.
She's wrong for that.
She's wrong. She knows jack about football. They need to, if you're going to have a committee, at least have it about people that know college football.
I agree with that.
I agree with you there.
Because there's people on that committee that know jack diddly crap. And you're basing it off a popularity thing. It's not popularity crap. I can put Tommy Tuberville.
Kenny, stop.
No, you want to argue this.
Hold on one second.
I'm not
College Sports Villain says, I disagree. Rice is probably very knowledgeable.
She is very knowledgeable.
I disagree. I don't think she is.
Go read some of her stuff, bro.
But you want to put a 3-loss Oklahoma team in?
Who said
you want me to go pull up the message from her?
Who said that?
She did. Last year, the year before last. I'll go pull it up and I'll say it on the group. Part of the committee. How do you want to put a 3-loss team in? To me, that tells me you don't know jack.
That's hard, man.
Okay. Time out.
Yeah.
Time out. All right, Indy, what is your opinion? What would you rather have, committee or the BCS?
Well, to be honest with you, I'll go with the BCS. I didn't think it was that terrible.
And I kind of agree with you, because to me that 2007 season was the greatest season of college football of all time. If you were the number 2, Chris and I, we actually talked about this last week. If you were the number 2 team, you're probably losing that year, because they lost like 6 or 7 weeks out of the entire season if you were ranked number 2. Boston College almost won the national championship that year.
That was with Matt Ryan,
LSU,
right?
LSU, which was a 10-2 team, they did win the national championship team. If you look at the top 10 teams, they all had 2 losses that year. In my opinion, I think the BCS was better than the committee, because it actually, you took a computer, it actually determined record, who they played, their score, how dominant of a team there was. That's just my opinion on this. Now, I love the playoff format, because then you get an opportunity to see teams and games that we probably wouldn't get to see. If we could somehow figure out how to put the BCS and the 12-team playoff together, I think that would be much better. That's just my opinion on it.
So most times the BCS got it right.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I had with the BCS was a situation like 2011, I think it was, when Boise State went undefeated.
I agree.
And the Fiesta Bowl had the number 1 pick that year.
Mm-hmm.
And they took Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
And people associated with the Fiesta Bowl went to prison for political bribery and fraud.
Mm.
And they never tracked the money where it came from.
Yeah.
It's my belief that the University of Alabama actually had a hand in that and got Boise State sent to the Fiesta Bowl to avoid playing them. Because you had an undefeated Boise State, an undefeated TCU, and then you had Alabama undefeated. You had 3 unbeaten teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to put I can't remember who they played that year, but
who Boise State?
Alabama. But Alabama completely destroyed it. It might have been Cincinnati.
It was.
Yeah.
And either one of those 2 teams, Boise State and TCU, would have given Cincinnati a much better game than that.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with that. I totally agree with you. So I mean, in my opinion, there's good and bad in both. I love the 12. Right. I love the playoff format. I love that. I just there are some on that committee that I feel I feel there are some on the committee that really don't know much about football. They don't watch every game like they should. I think there should be people, they literally watch every game. That's just my opinion. That should be their job. And they should see what kind of opponents they have, how badly they beat those opponents, and and so on and so forth. And that, I believe, that's where the BCS computer could come in play at, because you could just input all of that information into that, and you would be good to go. And that would that would determine the 12-team playoff there towards the end of the year. That's just my opinion.
I like that idea, Dustin.
Let me ask you guys a question then. Which, when you're talking about the BCS committee and the Heisman Trophy, which one of those has the best system, or are they kind of tied into each other?
The Heisman is a joke. Okay, the Heisman is a freaking joke. There have been plenty of players who was not a quarterback that could have easily won the Heisman. Is the Heisman, or is it not, supposed to be the best player in the entire country? Yes. Or no? Okay. So why is it that Charles Woodson beat Peyton Manning out of that? That's a snub.
Because he was the best player that year.
He was not the best player, Chris.
Yes, he was.
He was not the best player. I will argue this till I'm blue in the face. He was not the best player in the
I got another one, Dustin.
To me, it has to be somebody that touches the ball a lot.
Are you saying Desmond Howard did not touch the ball a lot?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Did I say Desmond Howard didn't touch the ball a lot?
He was the best player, bar none.
Okay. If you're going that route, why didn't Eric Berry then win the Heisman?
Why didn't Julio?
Did he play offense?
Exactly. Is it or is it not
Desmond
supposed to be the
listen,
best player
listen.
in the entire country?
Desmond
That's
Howard,
correct.
Desmond Howard played both ways. He played offense and defense.
Okay.
He also played special teams.
Okay.
Eric Berry did not do that. Peyton
I
Manning
agree.
did not
I
do
understand.
that. Neither one did that.
Okay, Chris.
Desmond Howard was the best player in the country that year.
Did I say
Okay.
anything about Desmond Howard? I didn't say nothing about him.
That's why he won the Heisman, because he was the best player.
Hey, Chris, hold on. I got a question then. Was it last year, the year before last, the defensive player that had like god awful numbers and still didn't win it?
Who are you talking about?
I mean, I'm just asking.
He's talking about Will Anderson from 2 years ago.
Okay, he was clearly the best player in college football and didn't win it. I understand where Dustin's coming from.
I agree.
You can't argue that.
Kenny,
it's another one of them things.
Kenny, you have to let me finish my statement before you cut me off. I agree with Dustin that it's become nothing more than a popularity contest for the best player on the best team. That's not what the Heisman is supposed to be, though.
And another thing that I don't agree with is that they hold the Heisman voting before any of the bowl games are done, any of the national championships are done. No, I think that award should be in February. That's just my opinion on it.
I think middle January.
Indy, what you got?
Well, honestly, I don't agree with last year's Heisman either. I think the quarterback from TCU was excellent. I think he personally should have won.
Max Duggan was a great quarterback.
He was a
He's right. Yeah, I mean, he's right.
And see, that's the problem with him
the best player.
So
and see, the problem with him is Max is he was on the West Coast, so people didn't get a chance to really get him see him play like they did people on the East Coast. But
The
when I had a chance to
Heisman
see
voting has become a joke now.
yeah, it is. So it should be and I know Wesley, our Alabama guy, he's very strong. He has very strong feelings about that. It should be the best player
in college football.
And there are some people, they will literally vote just because they're a quarterback. Because they're a quarterback, that's the only reason why they will vote.
Yep.
That's all they will vote for. And that kills me because that just shows that you don't actually study the game of college football and that you really don't know two diddly squats about the game, you ask me.
Correct.
I don't know.
Hey.
Kenny,
calm
down, bro.
Phone overheated from Kenny yelling so much.
I know who that is, and he don't want me to call him out.
Yeah. So, hey, guys, can you guys help me figure this out? I can't figure out what he's trying to ask. What about hybrid of the committee and the BCS? Is that kind of what you was?
That's exactly.
That's kind of what Dustin was saying. He wants to combine them.
Yeah. Okay. I think that TJ. Thanks, TJ, for your comment today. I really appreciate it. He just stuck in that queue, so I wasn't really sure. I tell you, man, you guys' knowledge, man, of this college football. I mean, you guys are all right with me, man. I'm glad you guys are on my team. I really am. You guys are all right. We turned the show in to whether or not would you rather into great conversation today. And for that, man, no, it's okay, TJ. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I got a question. It's going to be a debate, but not a debate, but it's going to be some controversy. So Kirby Smart has said, quote, Georgia will win the national championship this year.
And they very well might. They very well might.
Man, Dustin, that is the most bogus bull malarkey I have ever heard come from a coach. Ain't none of us alive even watching this show. Well, I take that back. Miss Linda might have been alive. I don't know how old she is. But
that's
the last time it was done was in the 30s.
Bro.
Hey, thanks for just dropping the dime on
me, man. Oh, Kenny.
Thank you. Hey, I neither can confirm nor deny the allegations that Kenny has said.
We don't claim Kenny. Sorry, Miss Linda. We do not claim Kenny.
I'm just saying. It was in the, if I'm not mistaken, it was what, 34, 35, 36 when it happened somewhere in that frame. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's like a 1 in a billion chance to win it three-peat. And Georgia's not doing it.
So Let me ask you a question, Kenny. What
Oh
do
my
you
God.
expect? What do you expect Kirby Smart to say? You've won it back-to-back years. You got the highest-rated recruiting combination over the past 4 years of any school in college football. Why would you not be confident enough to say you think your own team is going to win it?
Bro, that's coaches speak. That's what coaches are supposed to say. My
Yeah,
God,
but
Clark Lee even said that they are building the best program in the entire country. Do you really believe that? No, we don't, because we're fans of other teams. Clark Lee believes that, though. He believes that. That's coaches speak. That's what coaches are supposed to say.
Hey, that's good for football.
To be fair,
Mark Stoops says it. I mean, every coach
Nick
says
Saban
that.
ain't never. Nick Saban will be honest with you. I'm not winning it this year. This is my rebuilding year.
Nick Saban is in a league of his own. Okay.
I'm just saying. You want to talk coaches?
That sounds like John.
To be fair, with Clark Lee,
It does,
he's
don't it?
coming from, he's building a foundation where the program is sustainable. He's not building it to win immediately. It's going to take a long time to fix the problems that have been at Vanderbilt for 80 years. So his idea behind what he's doing is to build that program that can be the next Alabama.
That is the goal of every coach. They want to try to build a championship caliber program as much as they can.
Chris, I will go on record and say this right now.
Yes, Kenny is wearing a prison outfit.
You shut your mouth. I will go on record and say this right now. Actually, it's an Auburn shirt. I will go on record and say this right now. If Vanderbilt ever wins a national championship before I die, no. And listen, if Vanderbilt ever wins a national championship in football before I die, I will buy you whatever you want. I'm so confident to say with facts that I'm fist to bring. Vanderbilt will not win a national championship. I'll be 40 years old in like 2 weeks. They will not win a national championship before I die. Reason why is for the last 80 years, the most SEC games they have won is 5. They've not won. And most of them years, they only won 2 or 3, sometimes none, sometimes 1. Vanderbilt, sorry, not doing it. They will never win a national championship as long as I'm alive. I said it.
So let me remind you of history, Kenny.
I don't need history. Facts.
Facts.
I want facts.
Facts. Vanderbilt has already won 4 national championships in football.
This is true.
They do not claim
But you what? I said
Stop.
why I was
Kenny,
alive.
stop.
I
Kenny,
was alive.
Stop. The point is they don't claim them because they're worth the amount of paper that they're written on, not worth a dime. So they don't claim them. But they have won 4. And back 100 years ago, Vanderbilt was literally the school that everybody in the Southeast measured their football programs against.
This is true.
Including
Why do you
Auburn.
Why do you think the University of Tennessee hired General Neyland? Because they could not beat Vanderbilt back in the early 30s and 40s.
This was
This is a
before
true
any of us
statement.
was alive. I'm talking about modern day. Y'all
You
trying to
brought
go
up
back to when my
history.
great grandmama freaking was alive.
You brought up history. That's all we're saying is we are bringing up history.
Okay.
At one
Okay.
time,
My point is
Vanderbilt was how every team measured up to. That is a true statement.
that is a true statement. But now they're the worst team.
And now we're gonna close on that.
No, if we're going with the worst team, actually do your research. Arkansas technically has had the worst SEC records. In the past 5 to 10 years, worse than Vanderbilt.
Yes.
Vanderbilt, they're the low tier team.
And
All right,
if you want to get really serious about it, acting like it can't ever happen again when it's already happened once is just foolish, uninformed, unadulterated, pure smack talk coming from a guy that went 2-8 last year or 2-6 in the SEC last year and was no.
That's because we didn't have a head coach to give the crap.
You're no better than Vanderbilt.
And we're gonna end on that. So that's it. Hey guys, look, you guys came out today, man. It's thunderstorms everywhere. Everyone who watched the show today live, thank you so much for all your comments. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So,
I got to throw one. I got to throw this comment back up there.
of course you do, Chris.
College sports villains. Thank you for acknowledging that Bobby Johnson did something at Vanderbilt that most coaches haven't been able to do. He took his time and he built a program and he won with it. Thank you, sir.
That's it right there. Hey,
That's it.
hey, I just have a question. How can we go from for Would You Rather to something special like this? I tell you what, Dustin, thank you. Hey,
Only on second and none, baby.
Look, okay, a really good argument, okay, and a lot of people love having this argument is would you rather have the BCS or the committee? Because everybody is split. There's people that love the committee. There's people that love the BCS. I'm on the BCS side of it. There's other people in here that love the committee. That is a very good conversation to have.
It is. And you know what? And you guys did okay. Dustin, you slid right into that conversation. And if I take my hat off to you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was a good conversation, Dustin.
Hey, that's coming from a Tennessee guy, so that's saying a lot. So,
Oh.
thank you. Thank you guys so much. You know what? Let me say this before. In our second to none group, if you haven't joined already on Facebook, we're growing. We're moving it fast. We appreciate anybody out there who's already joined it. There's one thing about our group. Anything posted about Tennessee, it's going to get some comments. Whether it's negative or whatever, if you post about something about Tennessee, it's either those fans are showing up or something. But Tennessee will spark some conversations.
It's because there's no in between. Either you love them or you hate them. That is the honest to God's truth. Either you love
you're
them.
muted. You're muted. Okay.
Why am I muted if I'm speaking the truth?
No. We don't want to hear that. Okay, save that for somebody else. Save that for a different show for another time. So, hey, thank you guys once again for coming on live with us. Hey, look at this. This is it right here, right? See, look.
Bingo. Let's go. Go Big Orange.
11-1. See.
In my dealings with Mr. TJ Chapman, I've learned one thing. He's a good dude. He's only got one problem with him.
What?
He's a big Orange fan.
Yeah,
that's
right.
That's the only problem.
He is a big Tennessee fan. I know him personally.
Hey, thanks, TJ. Appreciate it. All you guys who actually came on and commented. We appreciate it. You guys have been watching Second to None. This is we're getting ready, man. We're getting ready for the year to start.
2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks.
Hope you guys, week 0 is coming up on us. Vandy will be opening up for us, and we just hope that you guys will just continue to follow us and join us, and just the comments make the show so much better. It really, really does. So thank you guys for joining. I'm your host, Mike. These are my guys right here, and we just want to say thank you. Until next time, Second to None, we're out.
Go Cats.
No,